Allie, are you ready for the interview? Tell me about your dad. What is the best way to communicate with Allie?
Allie talks with her talker, and she uses hand gestures and a little bit of signing and with her facial and body expressions. So when Allie does something like this, she's saying, I'm ready to go, right?
Backpack.
And when she says this, she's talking about her friends. Usually the trolls, right, Allie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then she will tell you when she's hungry or sorry, right?
Trolls.
If she wants to eat or she wants to talk about her,
Justin Timberlake.
her mom or her dad.
Do you just say Justin Timberlake?
How do you sign Justin Timberlake?
Papa.
A little J. That's right. That's our little shortcut.
Is Justin Timberlake in the Trolls movie?
Yes!
Do you love the Trolls movie?
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if I sit beside you, Allie?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. My name is Chris. What's your name?
Ellie.
Allie, hi. How are you today? I brought my camera, and I wanted people all over the world to meet you so they could learn how to become your friend. If somebody wants to be your friend, what should they talk about?
My dog's names are Murphy and Nell.
Murphy and Nell. Your dogs are Murphy and Nell? Are Murphy and Nell cute? Do you love to hold Murphy and Nell? Tell me about some other things you're interested in.
I like the beach.
I love the beach too. What do you like more about the beach? Playing in the sand or going in the ocean? You like swimming in the ocean?
Yeah.
I love swimming in the ocean too.
I like to ski.
You like skiing? Are you going skiing anytime soon?
Yeah.
When are you going skiing?
Suitcase.
When you go skiing, are you going to pack everything in a suitcase? In a normal week, how many times does she watch the Trolls movie?
Backpack.
She has a Trolls backpack. That's what she's telling you on her talker. She watches the Troll, but she doesn't watch it. She watches clips on YouTube. That's what she does. And she feels very
DJ
personal
Suki.
about the Trolls. They're very
Backpack
close
DJ
friends of
Suki.
hers. And so she watches little clips here and again. She can't watch something all the way through, but she picks out parts that are favorite and meaningful to her. And then she goes on to the next one. And so, like listening to music, she listens to what she likes for as long as she's willing to concentrate on it. And then she moves on to the next song. So you have to kind of have patience with that.
Justin Timberlake.
Do you like Justin Timberlake because he's in the Trolls movie?
Yes.
Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick's in the movie too?
Yay.
Which character is Anna Kendrick?
Branch. Justin Timberlake.
Which character is Justin Timberlake? I've never seen the movie, so is Justin Timberlake Branch or is Anna Kendrick Branch?
Poppy. Anna Kendrick.
Anna Kendrick is Poppy.
Yay.
Okay, thank you for telling me that. I'm learning all about Trolls today. Why do you like Trolls?
Poppy.
Okay. She thinks it's funny to crack my knuckles, and so I get tortured sometimes.
Did you take the time to learn all about the Trolls movie so you can better connect?
Oh, yeah. Did we see them all in the theater?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Allie learns all about them. And so if you don't know the Trolls, then you're not in the in crowd. So she makes sure everyone knows about them.
Brozone Band.
Is that the band that they formed in Trolls?
Yeah.
And I saw that's on your hoodie too. The Brozone Band. What type of music do they play in the Brozone Band?
Dance.
Who is this?
Who am I?
Mama.
Mama.
What is your favorite thing to do with your mama?
Purse.
Purse? You like to go purse shopping? We do like to shop for purses sometimes.
How many purses do you have?
Oh my gosh. Do you have a little bit of purses or a lot of purses? A lot of purses. We have a lot of purses.
Suitcase.
Oh, you did. You got a new suitcase for Christmas. You want to draw a picture of a suitcase?
Yeah.
Who's on your suitcase that you got for Christmas? Who's on it? Well, tell me, who's on it? I'll draw the picture of it. Who's on your suitcase? Your
Suitcase.
suitcase, but who's on it? What character's on it?
Branch.
Branch and Poppy? Yes, you do have a suitcase. We shopped for a suitcase with Branch and Poppy.
If you had to describe Allie to somebody meeting her for the very first time, what would you say?
Allie is a social butterfly. She loves to meet new people, and she's always happy, and she is the epitome of unconditional happiness. And she loves the trolls.
If somebody wants to be friends with you, what should they talk about?
Techno troll.
Techno Troll?
Yeah.
Is Techno Troll from the movie Trolls?
Yeah.
What does he do?
Cloud guy.
Is Cloud Guy from the Troll movie?
Yes.
There's a lot of cool characters in the Troll movies. What else do you want to talk about?
Poppy.
Poppy?
Cooper.
Cooper? There are so many cool characters in the Troll movies. What else do you like besides Trolls?
Cloud guy. Viva.
Who is Viva?
Poppy. Viva.
Is Viva from Trolls?
Yeah.
What is the most important thing for others to understand about Allie?
That Allison is much more capable than you would think. When her condition was first diagnosed, she was very small.
Backpack.
And it was interesting to hear the doctors because they knew so little about it.
Backpack.
They didn't know if she'd be able to walk. They didn't know what her lifespan would be. But Allison learned how to swim. Allison learned how to snow ski. Can you ski?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. She's a very good skier. She does so many things. She's so intelligent that it's hard for her to really express herself outwardly. But when you talk to Allison and you talk about things and you talk about things that we're going to do or things that she needs to do, she is so very intelligent. It's just that the way her mind processes, she can do, she can respond, she can act, but she has a hard time expressing that verbally. So it's been quite an exercise learning how to listen closely and look at her cues, whether it be electronic or verbal or physical.
What is your phone number?
But if you really pay attention, you start to understand the depth of the intelligence of this young lady and what she's capable of.
In March, I'm going skiing in Colorado.
Are you excited to go skiing in Colorado?
Yeah.
She loves the snow.
How old are you, Allie?
How old are you?
My birthday is on September. I am 28 years old.
Yep, 28 years old.
What are Allie's diagnoses?
So Allie has her first diagnosis that we had when she was about 8 months old was agenesis of the corpus callosum, which is the left and right halves of the brain are disconnected just from birth. We never really knew why. She started therapies, speech and OT and PT from a very young age. And she developed a seizure disorder when she was about 5 years old. And then
High school musical.
that was sort of our life. We just sort of were making do.
Video.
And in 2018, we met somebody who let us know about a different disorder called Mowat-Wilson Syndrome. She had genetic testing for that and did show that she had Mowat-Wilson Syndrome. So it's a chromosomal defect on one. So she has a duplication of one part of the DNA strand on one particular chromosome, and that's Mowat-Wilson syndrome.
I know with agenesis of the corpus callosum, you can either have the whole part of the brain missing that connects the two hemispheres or part of it missing. How is she impacted?
Yeah, she doesn't have any at all. So she has some very slight connections between the two halves in the frontal lobe, but other than that, she doesn't have any connection between the left and right halves.
How does that impact her?
It's interesting. Some ways it impacts her. I think that's where a lot of her processing, like her speech therapists used to say that she has pretty good receptive language, so she really understands, but then the receptive language is really on one part of the brain, and then to go and figure out, okay, now I need to respond with these words, that's a lot of motor control, and to now express that, that's a real big challenge to go across the brain. And so I feel like that's right for her. Like she's very receptive. We'll have conversations about things, and she's right tracking with what we're saying, and tries to interject herself.
I have a question for you about trolls. Which character from Trolls do I remind you of? Which character am I?
Justin Timberlake.
Yes, I'm Justin Timberlake.
Do you like Justin Timberlake?
I do like Justin Timberlake. He is a great entertainer. He sings, he dances, he acts. He's a triple threat. Do you like Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Do you like Anna Kendrick?
Yeah.
What other actors do you like?
Anna Kendrick.
She's a great actor. Mickey, not only are you sisters with Allie, but you're triplets.
Yeah. We're a minute apart. She was a
Dance.
minute after me. Let's dance. Sorry.
Does she always want to dance?
She does. She was in an adult tap dancing class for a while for adults with like cognitive and developmental disabilities. Do you like my shoes?
Are you tapping your feet?
Mm-hmm. She did a tap class. She danced. She did cheer. So she's always been a big dancer. But being triplets with her is, it feels normal, but I think seeing other people's sibling relationship,
Viva, Viva.
I know, we're like Poppy and Viva because we're sisters. It's a little bit different because I think there is more of a caregiving role than I think there is with siblings who are usually the same age. So it feels sometimes like an older sibling situation, even though we're both 28. I know your backpack. Did you get a Trolls backpack for Christmas?
With Allie being a triplet, what was it like seeing all three of them develop at their own pace?
Yeah, I think that's where I figured out normal was not a thing. So I think even when you have kids at different levels,
Mickey.
yeah, Mickey, that's your sister. They might walk at different, times, but you kind of forget, or you're like, oh, it was a little early or a little late. But like in the moment, everything
Eleanor.
being together, I think it was really helpful that her brother and sister
Eleanor.
walked
Mickey,
it.
Helen, Eleanor.
Yeah, those are your cousins. They walked at really different times too. So it was like, oh, okay, my son walked at 9 months. My other daughter walked at like 14 months, and she walked at age 2, and
This
that's
weekend
okay.
I'm going to the Winter Ball.
So, but it was also nice because it gave a constant age-appropriate community for her to be in. So in terms of playing in the game room,
Suitcase.
she always had modeled for her age-appropriate
Lunchbox.
activities.
I like to do puzzles.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite color is crayon.
Oh, wait, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite color right now?
Pink.
Pink. Mm-hmm.
Journal.
Do you want me to go get one of your journals? Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me about all the things you like.
She also loves it when people draw in her journals for her. So she loves it when people draw the trolls.
Could you bring a pencil and we'll draw together?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, she would love it if you would draw for her.
Last weekend you went to the bookstore?
Yeah.
Would you like to draw together?
Yeah.
Okay, let's draw a troll.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell him? Do you want to tell him what you want him to draw for you? Oh, what do you say? Homegirl. We out here. We're making.
High School Musical.
You want me to draw High School Musical? Yeah. Okay. I will draw High School Musical. So you have, here is Zac Efron. He's in that, right?
Yeah, he's Troy Bolton.
High School Musical.
Here is Troy Bolton.
Great.
Movies.
Do you love movies?
Yeah.
Encanto.
And he's holding a microphone.
And the thing to know about Allie is, I think the thing to know about everyone, we shouldn't be afraid of things that are different to us. I think when we were growing up, kids our age would be nervous around her because they didn't know her. They didn't know someone who looked like her or who communicated like her. But I see kids nowadays feeling more comfortable to ask questions and to be kind and to be curious instead of nervous. And so I think the thing to know about Allie is the thing to know about everyone is if you approach people with like kindness and grace and curiosity instead of judgment and get to know them before you make assumptions, then you'll make connections with really cool people like Allie. And I think just be patient. Something that I've heard from my friends is that they didn't know that she understood them because with agenesis of the corpus callosum, right, there's a slight processing delay. How my mom described it to us growing up as kids is that if the two hemispheres of your brain, let me draw for you too. My ADHD, I can not always double task. I know you're going to the Winter Ball. So if the two hemispheres of your brain are like two cities and the corpus callosum is a highway in between, when you get verbal input, like a question, the corpus callosum helps it go really quickly to your processing center and you can have a quick response. If you don't have a corpus callosum, you have to go through the back roads in the woods and you might get lost, so you might have to ask the question again. But that doesn't mean she doesn't understand you. It just means that she needs a little bit of patience for a response.
Is there anything you wish you understood about Allie when she was younger that would have been beneficial that you now understand?
I think very early on, I was kind of in a mode of what do we need to do to I think we have this sense of normal, right? So what do I need to do to make her more normal, to fix her? And I think it took a few years for me to recognize that
this weekend I'm
there's-
going to the Winter Ball.
there's nothing to fix. She might need some help in navigating this world. And normal is, I don't know what normal is. Nobody's normal. So I don't know what I was trying to do. So I think I spent a lot of time
Coolie doolies.
trying to work
Frozen.
on things instead of just recognizing the strengths that she brings and recognizing the way that she impacts this world in a very meaningful way.
The one thing that Allison has taught us is that at first you ask yourself, why? And when you really understand why, you start to understand that Allie is brought to us for a reason.
In March I'm going skiing in Colorado.
She's perfect the way she is. It's just not what we might consider normal. But she was perfectly made. And the fact of the matter is, Allison was brought to us to teach us to love deeper than we ever really understood. And so that was a real blessing for us.